Sports fans, here's a plot twist you didn't see coming. The Chivas vs Tigres showdown in the Liga MX Apertura 2025 has been delayed yet again. And this time, the culprit isn't scheduling, it's the weather. Picture the scene. Fans are pouring into the stadium, the atmosphere is buzzing, the players are warming up, and everyone is ready for that whistle to blow. But instead of the excitement of kickoff, a massive downpour sweeps over Guadalajara and Zapopan, leaving the field drenched and the match officials with no choice but to hold things off. Talk about a roller coaster for supporters who have been waiting, not just for this game, but for a resolution after the original scheduling issues. When weather forces a delay, it's one of those frustrating reminders that sports don't just happen on human time. Nature calls the shots, and on nights like this, patience really does become part of being a fan. Now, let's rewind for some context, because this wasn't just any ordinary match. This Chivas vs Tigres clash was originally scheduled as part of Jornada 1, the very first week of the Apertura 2025 season. Fans circle those opening games on their calendars because they set the tone for everything that follows: momentum, bragging rights, and early bragging power. But already, this match had to be rescheduled once before due to calendar conflicts. So coming into today, the hype wasn't just normal hype, it was stacked up from weeks of anticipation. Unfortunately, the weather in Guadalajara and nearby Zapopan made sure the ball stayed still rather than rolling across the pitch. Heavy rains soaked the field, making it unsafe for play, and as much as the crowd wanted action, no one wants to see players slipping, sliding, and risking serious injury. For the league and the fans, it's a frustrating second setback that pushes this much-anticipated game even further into limbo. And it's not just about the people inside the stadium. The ripple effects of a postponement like this spread far and wide. Liga MX has fans tuning in not only from Mexico, but across the United States and even further around the world. For many, it's not just a match, it's an event they plan their evenings around. Think about the broadcasters adjusting live slots, production teams scrambling to reschedule, and families at home refreshing their feeds only to find out they'll have to wait again. On social media, reactions have ranged from frustration to humor, with memes popping up about rain delays and fans joking that the universe doesn't want this game to happen. But beneath the humor, there's a real concern. Players' health comes first, and a waterlogged field can be a recipe for injuries. It's one thing to see a game delayed. It's another to imagine star players out for weeks because officials pushed ahead on unsafe conditions. Looking forward, the delay raises important questions about how both Chivas and Tigres adapt. These are two powerhouse clubs, and a matchup between them isn't just another league fixture. It's a test of pride, identity, and competitive fire. Chivas, famous for only fielding Mexican players, represents tradition and passion. Tigres, on the other hand, has built a reputation as one of the most formidable squads in Liga MX, with a history of success that makes them a constant threat. Every point matters in a league where momentum can make or break a season, and postponements squeeze the calendar even tighter. Coaches are now forced to rethink strategies, how to rotate lineups, keep players fresh, and avoid fatigue in a compressed schedule. For the fans, though, the delay only adds to the tension. When this game finally happens, all that pent-up energy is going to explode into 90 minutes of intensity on the pitch. So where does that leave us right now? As of the latest updates, officials are still working on rescheduling details, trying to balance the needs of both teams, stadium availability, and the packed league calendar. It's a logistical headache, but one that must be solved quickly to maintain the rhythm of the tournament. Fans expect transparency and timely updates, and broadcasters need to lock in new plans to keep international audiences in sync. The big takeaway here is that live sports are unpredictable. You can control tactics, train players, and prepare stadiums, but you can't fight the weather. Still, if there's a silver lining, it's that all this waiting builds even more anticipation. Chivas versus Tigres is always a highlight, and when the rain finally clears, the payoff is going to be electric. Whether you're watching from Guadalajara, Houston, Los Angeles, or anywhere else, you can bet this rivalry will be worth the wait once the ball finally gets rolling again.